So I'm just gonna wait a little bit for some people to come on and let Elohim speaks, okay? In the meantime, I'm actually looking at my charts, all right? I jumped in a trade this morning and then it went the opposite way. But then I was back in profit and then the market turned around again. So I got out. But it's a really small account, so I mean it does add up. All right, Lord, have your way. Heavenly Father, I give you the glory and the praise. We invite your Holy presence in. I cover this life with the blood of Jesus. I could you go ahead of us in everything we do. Open our hearts to hear you and to listen to what you're saying today. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so the Lord gave me, how will you let me start, Lord? All right, so today is the song for today. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. It's a song he gave me for today was Waymaker, Miracle Worker. And by the title, you see miracle. He said that's the song because some miracle is about to happen. Some miracle is about to happen. Blessings to you. All right. I think that's Lord. He said, don't ask me to do something, then try to figure it out. Don't ask him to do something, then try to figure it out. Yeah. I feared noise in the background. It's not me, but yeah. All right, what are you saying, Lord? He's saying I'm giving them some new miracles that they don't expect me to do for them. Okay, sudden miracles. He's saying there's plenty in store for everybody regarding miracles. All right, so this house I'm in right now, God's saying it's mine. So we're gonna see the miracle, okay? Right? That's great, Bethany. Oh yeah, she did got her free one-on-one yesterday. She won the one-on-one. Oh wait, is it this it? All right. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let me just give me a second. Let me fix this. I know every time. We make a miracle. Holy Spirit, if I lose my trade, it's your fault. Hold on. Okay, so let's. All right, so I also researched Prophetess Anna in the Bible. Okay, what did you get from that? Okay. All right, so Bethany, I heard the Lord say, he wants you to testify about your one-on-one on my next live. All right. So something's about to break out suddenly. That's funny. Because I use like a breakout strategy to trade, right? And a breakout is happening right now. The market looks like it's breaking out. All right. The breakout means victory. You want it to break out and keep going. You don't want it to break out and turn back. Okay, so there's no turning back with this miracle, with this blessing. Amen to that one. Goodness Lord. The Lord says some of them need to book some session so their life can start breaking out. Some of you stuck and stagnant. You need a breakout, all right? Put the work in, get the knowledge you need. Stop going around in circle. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. You need some clarity. You need some knowledge. You need some guidance. Go book your session. I don't know. It can be a false breakout sometime, all right? So a false breakout is when something, it looks like it's breaking out and then it just turned back around, all right? So that's some of you are with your marriage. You have the false breakout, the counterfeit, but you think it's the real thing. After you invest your time in it, then you see it start reversing, start turning around. Lord goodness. All right. Okay. All right. Some of you need to put up some boundaries, some protection. So if it's the fake, if it's the counterfeit, you have a barrier of protection. You don't open your heart completely to nobody. Well, this is my opinion. especially in the knowing stage. I'm gonna give you open my heart, but there's gonna be boundaries, right? So in trading, there's something called a stop loss. This is what I'm willing to lose, and I'm okay with losing it. And if I lose it, I'm not gonna cry. If I lose it, I still gonna have my account. If I lose it, I'm okay with it because I have more than enough to try again, right? So the stop loss is your boundaries. How much grace, how much room are you giving these people in your life? It could be even friends, family, whatever it is, right? So you want to make sure you have some stop loss in your life. Okay? Now let me show you. I'm going to show you a picture of I'm going to turn my camera around and show you the pattern that I trade. All right, so this is, you see how everything looks fine, and I'm waiting for this. When I see that the candlestick or the market start breaking out this trend line, and that's when I want to look for an entry. And as you can see, I'm already in the trade right here. But again, see, the market can still turn around and go back there, but how much are you willing to risk? You're not gonna want to enter something, a friendship, a marriage, anything without knowing the risk. See, it was green, now it's red. So you just have to watch the play. Use wisdom, good judgment. Before you jump in something, you want to make sure you know what you're doing. Lord, where are you going with this? Again, this is kind of early to enter the trade, but then there's other market things that made me go in the trade. All right, so if I go to the 2-minute chart, right here it making higher eyes, so it's going higher instead of lower. See, this is lower than this. So now when the market came here and come here, it didn't go lower than this, so it tells me that it's going up. Okay, and when there was a pullback, it didn't go below this one, it went higher. So that's a high probability that it's going to keep going high. So even though the breakout looks a little bit early to enter, because the market can just turn back and go here and knock me out. Like, do you understand? So you have to know what you're risking. But what I'm risking, I'm okay with losing if I don't win the trade. But I don't like losing nothing, period. But if I lose $2, I'm okay with that. You see, I'm not going to risk my whole account. Some of you are risking your whole heart, risking all your money, risking everything, and you don't really know what the return is going to be. All right? So that's the lesson for today. See, this could look so good, like, oh, it's going to be a nice breakout trade, and things just reverse and turn around. But sometimes it's just a lesson. What's the lesson from this? If this trade turn around on me, you know what's the lesson? Don't enter the trade so early. Stop entering marriage and premature relationship and friendship so early. Stop opening up your heart. Stop doing things before the time. Some of you need to wait a little bit more. Some of you need to be patient. And then guess what? Some of you can see that the market is going to break out. Some of you can see that God want to use this thing to bless you. But guess what? You're scared and you're in fear. So you keep watching the market going up and up and up. Everybody else is in their blessing and taking their blessing. And you're waiting. You're waiting to get in. You're waiting to get in. You're waiting to walk down the aisle. You're waiting to send your application in for the new house. You're waiting for something when God is telling you to go, step off the boat. Do you understand? Some of you need to stop waiting. Again, there's so much lesson in trading, like literally. All right? If you trade in fear, you can literally just miss out because you know where the market is gonna go, but you're too focused. But you're fearful. All right? So let me show you something real quick. Where's my... All right, so this show me that the market is going higher. You see, the breakout did happen right here, and it's going up, right? So I'm gonna watch the market right here at this level. Usually you could take your profit right there, right? So if I put this here, I'm just gonna take my profit here. Like, you cannot be too greedy in the market. Again, this is just a very small account, okay? I think this is the longest account I ever had. I just wanna see the market's about to reverse. I could just take my money that's there and enter the market again. Okay, so buy. So what I did was I took my profit, but the market is still going in green. Did I lose anything for taking my profit? No. Like, see that? That's called market analyst. Like I said, when market come here, I'm gonna close my trade because it can continue, or I don't want to be greedy. Just give me my money, let me go. Get it? So it's still pushing though. If I go to the 5 minutes, that's a huge candle. That's an engulfing candle. But watch, when price reach right here, it's gonna act. It's already doing it. But I like this. This is an engulfing candle. So I feel like price is gonna break past right here. Price will break past right here because it's a heavy push. All right. So I'm gonna put the 0. So here's the most important part. Hold on. I'm not even gonna wait. When you do something so long or you practice something so long, again, price is right here. I think it's gonna break through because I like how big the candlestick is, right? That's a huge candlestick, as a matter of fact. See? Ooh. Now, I just did something foolish. What did I just do foolish? At this level, you want to wait. But I'm going to hold it. Let me go to the 2 minutes. No. See, there's a rejection right here. That price might just give me a red candlestick. If I go to the 1 minute, it showed you earlier what is happening. All right? All right. Oh, man. It's going. So at the end of the day, you could know where the market is going to go, but I'm okay with, let me see, the close trades. I actually gave it back. Oh. What did I just say? Didn't I tell you that the market, when it reaches at this level, it's gonna turn back? Let me remove this. Why? Again, see that? Because usually it does that. How I know this? Because I go on the chart so much. I watch the market so much. Again, it could just do one and continue up. It's gonna pull back and it's gonna continue. Like, I could go in this cell, but I don't wanna do that. Huh. But anyway, enough about trading. Oh yeah. Yeah, so now again, I now I'm focusing on the chart. Sometimes I just go on the chart just to see what the market's gonna do, right? I can tell you where the market's gonna go, and sometimes I go on the chart and do nonsense. So your psychology in trading is very, very, very important, right? So one more thing I can say is that when you go in, you need a strategy for everything, even when you set your goals and stuff like that. If you just write it down, what's gonna happen? It's just like even with trading. I could go on the chart, I could press buy or sell. But what's the strategy? What's my goal for the day? Like my goal is supposed to be 3 trades a day. If I lose this amount, then I'm not gonna go back in the market. Right now, if you just go on the charts with no goals, no, you just see money, you're gonna blow your account, okay? But what I can tell you is that the things you learn when you're a trader or blowing your account and all that, people can tell you things, don't do this, don't do that, and you're just still gonna do it as a human being. And I want to say your experience is the best teacher, but I can tell you things to avoid I can tell you things to avoid blowing your account, right? But I'm gonna say the best teacher is your own self. The best teacher is experience. The best teacher is going on the charts and just watching it, doing it. And the best teacher in your life is who? Elohim. Sometimes he allow some things to happen. That's a blessing for you, right? And the lessons from those things is very, if it didn't happen to you, you wouldn't know God in a certain way. If it didn't happen to you, you wouldn't know you have those strength. You wouldn't know you are able to do these things and all that. But man, I did come a far way as a trader. I wasn't even consistent, right? One of the first tests the Lord gave me was consistency. He said, show up on the charts every day. And one thing I can tell you, obedience, isn't even as a trader, is important. I'm gonna tell you, I had this trading account. It's like you pay $19 for it, and they give you access to like $2,000 or whatever. It depends on the account you buy. And I was trading, and I was holding a trade because I know where the market is gonna go. But the thing is, I did not have enough money to hold the trade. And as soon as I got stamped out the trade, the market literally turned around and went exactly like I knew the breakout happened. And I was like, but you know what? I wasn't even mad about it, because what I gained, my psychology in that trade was like, I know it's gonna go there. All right. So, and this happened to me before. My account was about to like go to zero, but I understand the market. Market structure is very important, okay? And the things in your life is very important. Literally, you can relate trading to your life in many, many ways, right? So, hold on. Oh yeah, it's at, I should, let's see, it's 2 minutes. Yeah. So if you are asking God for something, or even as a writer, let me use it as a writer. I show up for 7 days consistently. just to go on my charts, even if I'm not trading, right? And consistently showing up, looking at my chart, I start understanding the market, the pattern. I actually find a strategy that I realize is very profitable. It's very, hold on. I like this right here. Yeah, for your dreams, your goal, your gifts. I'm talking about writing. It tells you to show up every day, right, for 10 minutes, right? So if it tells you to do that, the first day you show up, you might be like, I didn't really hear anything. I just heard one word. The next day you show up, you hear two words. The next day you show up, you hear a whole sentence. So that's what consistency does, okay? And the more you write, the better you get. I can tell you that. Me, I'm like, I'm not a writer. I'm gonna, oh man, hold on. So consistency is key for some of the things God is asking you to do. You have to show up for yourself like you show up for other people's job. Hold on. Where am I looking at? All right. All right. Hold on. Heh. All right. Now let me mind my business for the day. Okay. So I just showed y'all a strategy with trading. Again, I'm just really, I think I can say I really understand it now versus I learned not to just jump on the chart, know when to take a risk. Okay, when I open my charts just now, I just jump in the trade like, oh my gosh, I know it's gonna go there, and then it just reversed. Excuse me. So, the Lord been telling me to close the door, to do one-on-one with trading or okay, I'm gonna make videos about trading like you just saw me explain to you, but then I can make videos, but when everybody learns different, okay, I like one-on-one when I get to ask you question, what does this mean, what does that mean, all right? What I just show you, it probably seemed easy. When I was learning to trade and watching this video, I'm like, what? I can do that. One thing I'm gonna tell you, don't watch the video and just say, oh, I can do that. When you're watching a video, you should be on the charts, okay? And then the more you're on the charts, the better your brain start seeing things without you stressing and toiling. And what else? Don't skip the teacher. Don't skip the knowledge. Don't be cheap or shorthand thinking you're saving time. You're not. Save time by just investing in a mentor or something. As a trader, I'm going to tell you that. But at the end of the day, when you do invest in a mentor and all that, I can give you the knowledge, but it's still going to require you to show up for yourself every day, to show up on the charts. So you're not going to be getting in between if I'm showing you how to read the charts and stuff like that. Again, And you know what? I put so much time learning the charts, learning the trade, and it finally clicks. Okay, I can read the chart up. This is gonna happen. Do you lose sometime? Of course. Am I investing big money? That no, I'm not, because it's still a risk. Okay, how much are you willing to risk? Again, this was like a practice account. It's nothing big. It's like cents. Okay, but you want to see if I can be consistent with $10 in my account with winning. If you cannot win with $10 consistently, you're not gonna win with $100 consistently. Do you understand? So the goal is consistency. Show up consistently. You treat it as a business and all that. But I've been stacking here and there. But the thing is, nobody can take away the knowledge that I gain from showing up all this time on my charts. Years. Okay. All right. So, Lord, what are you saying now? Back to the miracle. Okay, he's saying miracles are interrupted. They are they are heavenly. Okay, it's divine. So even things that you're not qualified for, all of a sudden you're gonna be qualified for it, or all of a sudden the door is gonna be open. Out of nowhere, the blessings show up. Okay. He's saying, I want some of them to test me for some miracle. Just show up somewhere and test me, okay? When God is giving you a miracle or doing a miracle, it's divine. Like, He really doesn't need your assistant, right? He is the miracle. You can follow His instruction if He say, go there or do this. But that was your question. Is there anything you need to do or something for your miracle? I'm hearing the Lord say to test Him and use good judgment. What do you mean? Oh, oh, okay. So let me give you an example. Like, I had to pay my phone bill, and he said, it's done, it's already paid, but use good judgment, right? I believe that I had the money and he paid it and he take care of it. But that didn't mean, and then I still use good judgment and, wait, is that the same thing? No, he's saying that's him as my help. Oh yeah, so this place, right? I thought I needed all kind of credit score and bank deposit and all that, and I needed somebody to help me, and he just opened the door. I was like, really? So, oh man, see. He's saying there's no pulling back when he's giving you a miracle. I'm going to show you. So, oh my gosh, my screen looked terrible. So you see how this breakout right here, and then it pulls back, but it's going to continue. If you don't know about the market, you would run out the trade right here. And then you realize it's going to go all the way back up here. But God is saying when He's doing a miracle, there's no pulling back. It's just straight ahead, okay? Straight ahead. Whew. It's really cold. Oh man, the break is coming. break. Hold on. Oh my gosh, it's so cold. Um,
Wait, mommy.
all right, let me give you an example. How you test him. If you say, you have, okay, say you want to go to the grocery store, right? But you're saying you don't have money. And he tells you to, he said, to test me, you have money. So what would you do if you had the money, right? I would show up at the grocery store and shop, and the rest is not my business. That's testing him. That's one example, right? Like sometimes I want something is like like order it or put it in your cart or whatever. And when I do that, you could say, oh, call this person, or some weird discount just show up and the thing is free. I don't know how he does it. But that's a good example. He also did the other you said to about spiritual realm just an hour ago. Oh yeah, yeah. What do you mean? He's preparing you to be a wife and there's multiple candidates. That's what you're saying? He's saying for the marriage, some of you need to stop testing him because he opened doors many times and you run. Okay? Now let me tell you what. Listen, I have too much saga with these. I don't want to go in it. Immaturity can close the door to a candidate, okay? At this point, Elohim, I'm like, I'm not, no, leave me, leave. I don't even want to deal with this person or something. So when he opens the door, make sure you're not the immature one. Or if he's telling you like that a person is open, don't be immature about it and go say, oh my gosh, God tell me that you're my kingdom husband and all these things. You know, some of you don't need to overshare. If God is telling you to tell him that, then that's different. But you don't need to announce everything to everyone. Sometimes you just need to move in silence, okay? And some of you are going to get some apology from some people that God opened the door to. They treat you with contempt. They're going to apologize to you. That doesn't mean they're your husband or you have to take them back. All right? Yes, does he prefer one man over the other? He's saying he can favor one over the other. He's saying I want them to ask me how to retrieve the man they truly desire. You're funny. Oh my gosh. Lord, how do we retrieve the man we truly desire? You're funny. Well, since God wanted y'all to be in his business, let me tell you. There was this millionaire. I know I keep talking about millionaire. But the thing is, he thinks, how do I share this, Lord? Okay, so he thinks because he's a millionaire and he has all these things, I'm gonna bow to him and just do whatever he says. Wrong. Immaturity and I don't even know how to explain this to you. So basically, the person is immature in some realm, right? I guess based on his past, he could just offer his wife, is the woman or the wife or whatever he had materialistic things and stuff like that, and she would just bow and do whatever he desired. Not Queen-Esther. Listen. Marriage. I'm gonna tell you something. What I learned in this whole thing. If you really mature and want marriage, you're gonna realize like some of the things they can own mansions and be billionaire and all these things, but they're just mentally. You're just if you know your worth, right? You value your heart, you value your emotion and yourself more than anything else, you're gonna see that you're gonna be willing to walk away from this person. Not because you own all these things that mean you're gonna own me, right? You don't just get to do whatever you want because you're wealthy and rich. No, you have to gain me. Who are you talking to? I vet you just as you vet me. You're not gonna have your way because you're rich and millionaire. You want to throw a Rolex watch in front of me. That didn't even. I'm like, I'm not saying all millionaire men are like that, okay? So again, the person is just immature in some realm. It turns me off. And what worse turned me off was, do you think he can just buy people? Oh, I own this and I own that, and I buy your house and this and that. So you should do. No, I don't kiss your house. I don't have to do all of that just because you do that. Okay, if you're not giving me what I want mentally, physically, spiritually, the money doesn't really make you a husband. Okay, we're talking about a husband here. There's men who just have money and some of you just take people money. But I'm talking about a husband material. You can be a million here and have parenting ring, but you're terrible at a husband, at least for me, right? So make sure you're not bowing to people because you want to put a ring on your finger or because of what they have, okay? So that's the lesson. Again, I'm not putting all millionaire in a box, but they can be very prideful, okay? Very prideful, as if in my father don't own everything. And the funny thing is like, you like, don't you realize like the things you have or can offer me, I really don't care. They don't move me, they don't phase me because my father owns everything. Now think about it. Imagine you're married and every time this comes to me. I remember when the lady that works at Amazon went to deliver a package at this nice, beautiful house. And the lady said, oh, your home is beautiful and all that. And she said, make sure the person you're married to actually love and appreciate you. Again, the person could love me, but here's a revelation. The way they think they should love me is not the way that I desire for you to love me. So you might think you love me, but I don't feel love because that's not how I receive love. Again, love is an action. We know that. But then there's different way. If he used to love his other woman by just showering her with things and then just walk away, that's not Queen Esther. That's not you. That's not your sister. Okay. And even say you was with this person or you was dating this man and then you're dating another man, they are not the same man. You're gonna adjust yourself different. Things just gonna be different. So what I'm saying is there's a lot of lesson in these connection and being open and listening to man mentally. If men are not mature mentally for marriage, it's a turn off for me. Okay, I don't care what you could offer me. If you could offer me $1 billion house and then I want to have a conversation with you and you're acting like a child, I don't want that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just give me the $1 billion and walk away and leave me alone. But I'm not gonna pretend that I'm gonna be your wife because you have $1 billion and then the things you desire I don't desire and I'm not gonna do them. So you get what I'm saying? So be ready mentally for marriage. I don't know about y'all and what you want, but I realize in certain that's exactly one of the reasons that I closed the door to somebody Kadawashi. Again, oh man, I'm saying, oh goodness, what's the last thing I said? I didn't even realize I paused it. So I was saying I had a similar situation before, like that, where the person was just prideful and full of ego. And I'm saying there's good ego and then there's prideful, immature ego that it's going to be something personal. Am I willing to put up with this or I'm just going to leave it alone? I'm not begging nobody nothing. So I'm like, sir, let me just close the door and leave you alone, block. And I moved on. But that's some personal thing you're gonna have to deal with. Are you willing to keep putting up with that? What does God say about it? You know? Well, Kadawashi, I'm hearing the Lord say to be ready to entertain the person in a new way because He's gonna help you. Hold on, I'm reading some of these comments. I chose more candidates. Can you hear me now? Is there anything else, Lord? Okay, so some potential. There was a potential, right? And the Lord. Okay, so the reason I closed the door, the person is immature in some way, but and they are mature in some way. But okay, first of all, they don't respect boundaries. It's like you're not supposed to have boundaries, and you cannot force me to do something that I don't want to do. And then there's intimacy. This is what they don't understand. I don't know if it's just that person or people on a whole. It takes time to grow, to know somebody and to trust somebody and to be open to certain things, right? And that's one thing this person didn't understand. Not because you are like in communication and developing intimacy, that means you get to do certain things. If I don't want to hold your hands, you can't force me to hold your hands. Again, if you really want to marry that person, you're going to respect their boundary. You're going to give them time to get there. This person want to go from 1 to 1,000. And then it's like, if you don't bow to what I say, then I'm going to do this. So go do it. I'm not begging you anything. All right, but no, let's focus. No, it just get on my nerves. Like, how you going to tell me that if I'm your friend? Okay, first of all, if you somebody is friend, right? What is a friend to you? Maybe you see friend different from what I see a friend. If I'm your friend, you can force me to sleep in the same room with you. You can force me to make you hug me, to give you a hug. You cannot force me to hold your hands. It's called friendship. There's different realm of friendship. Again, if the person would just allow time to make those things happen naturally, things could have worked out or changed. I don't know. But some people need to understand that you're the way you see friendship and the way they see friendship, or the way they are in the friendship, that's not where you're at yet. So are you willing to give the person time to get there, to see if they want to go there, or things like that? Do you understand me? The biggest turn off for me from some person that was potential was their ego. Their ego, their ego with money, their ego with their wealth and their assets. Like, I care about their wealth and their assets. and and then just thinking that they could just use money and assets to solve problems. Again, there is wisdom and knowledge is what I'm saying. God can open the door to somebody and they're a blessing. They come with all these things and assets and money and stuff. You want to take it, you take it. He's your husband, you're dating, nothing wrong with taking it. But then there's this side of this person who likes to talk about what they have and what they give and what they can do. I don't want that part. So you can keep your assets, you can keep your money, and you can keep yourself to yourself, because you're not going to be talking to me like that. Do you understand? As soon as there's a disagreement, you want to talk about your money and I can give you this and I can give you that. And no, it's like money is the answer to everything for that person. I can give you this, and it's just a turn off for me. I don't know. Oh my, listen, this one need a whole book, okay? Lord, if the Lord, okay, fine. Let me tell you. So the person keep begging God to open the door, right? Because I'm here minding my business, and the Lord said the person is gonna call you, unblock them. I'm there minding my business. Anyway, somebody else close to the person called my phone, and this was, yeah, it was like the Lord was saying that to me. And then every time God opened the door, he does the same foolishness. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, no, that's it. He got that potential. This is no more potential. Okay. You have to know when to entertain the person. You have to know when to close the door. All right. I could be evil and just marry this man and just take everything he has and go about my way because you want to be prideful and but I'm not that evil daughter. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay? But the way how he behaves, sometimes I'm like, how about I just marry to you and then divorce your ass in like a month? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you want to be that prideful. But I'm not going to do that. But I'm just saying. Some people do that. Some people don't even, he doesn't even, I don't even want to go in it right now. Let me mind my business. What? Well, the father said, okay, let me give you the other part of the story. What God is saying, he's saying, I'm not mature with certain things, but it's not that. Is that I'm not that comfort level yet with this person. And that's where he's not getting it. It's called boundaries. Okay. Allow things to happen naturally. And you can't force me to do things I don't want to do. Do you understand me? Okay, Elohim, what are you saying? He's saying they need to be mentally ready for a mature man. I was mentally ready, so I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, see? So he's saying that I had boundaries and he needed to be more humble and give me time. And that's what I'm saying. The person is not a terrible person, but in some realm, it's like they want to have boundaries, but your boundaries is nothing to them. And I don't play that. Elohim, why do you give your son this character? And that's the thing. He doesn't even understand me as a woman emotionally. I'm gonna tell you something. This person was mature, and I was like, oh wow. All right, my heart was opening up. And then the same night, he dig himself in a hole. He just start with the immaturity. I'm like, me? I could never marry somebody like this. I guess men don't understand women, or he just need to. The man felt rejected, but he felt rejected for what? I have no idea. I guess he communicated what he wanted very poorly. That's what I'm gonna say, and that turns me off. I don't want to deal with no big baby. Okay, if you're a man, you act like a man. You be mature and have a conversation with me as a man, like a man. Don't come be shouting all over the place and be all extra. I don't like that. No, 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 I ain't even gonna go there. We ain't even married. I have to put this in a book. You're probably not gonna believe the things. I mean, the things. No, no, that's not Queen-Esther. Okay. Hi, Mountain. So God is saying you can be. Say what? He's saying to not settle for somebody if you're not comfortable with what they want in the bedroom. Okay. Oh yeah, there's some things this person, there's some things, some conversation that I don't want to talk about those things. I rather not hear those things now or whatever, and the person would get mad. I'm like, hold it. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? You can. Again, me, marriage, I ain't running, but I ain't stressing about it. I'm good. I'm Gucci. And let me tell you something. What I realized, I love my single life. I don't have to, nobody bother me. I just take care of my children and I do what I want to do whenever I want to do. Again, there's balance. If you have balance and the person is mature, then sharing your time with somebody else that you love and care about is okay, right? This person want me to stay on the phone with them all day as if there's a ring on my finger. Again, you're supposed to be a wife before you're already a wife. But the thing is, why I'm complaining about this is because he doesn't see my effort to even answer the phone. And then when you're on the phone, you say, "Oh, give me a minute," or this and that. It's a problem. I don't want nobody to come control my life. So you can no. No, thank you. Okay. So it's not even about the communication. It's about the okay. So the person did call. I don't know how much time am I supposed to be spending on the phone with another human being? I have a life. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you have a life outside of this person or this marriage before it even happened, you're gonna adjust a little bit to give them time, but that doesn't mean you give up your life for them, right? I don't know about that. That's something I learned in the beginning. I remember when there was this person and I was always texting, "Oh, why they not texting me back? Oh, they are so busy, busy, busy." But when I realized that I have my own life, my own personal dreams and goals, and I'm working on it and I'm focused on that, I'm okay with this person doing that too as well. You don't have to be on the phone with me 24/7. No, work on your dreams, work on your goal, work on your vision that God gives you. At the end of the day, that's called your own personal space, your own personal life. You can't expect this person to be with you 24/7, okay? That man wasn't even my husband, and you get on my nerves with that. No, sir. Single life isn't for me either at all. I have needs. You're gonna understand what I mean. I'm not talking about the needs part. I'm talking about the part. No, you know what? It's not somebody that I was in love with or anything, because that's kind of different. But it's the fact that you're gonna have to make time and share your time. In the morning, I like to get up and do things in my own time and all that. So you're gonna have to start adjusting to that. This is why you have to be a wife in your single season. I understand the assignment. I am a wife in my single season, but you have to wake up and give yourself time to do what you gotta do. But sometimes you're gonna have to stay in that bed with your husband because he's your husband and he comes first before all your chores and all that. Like, are you ready for that? Listen to me. So Lord, how does this go? So you're supposed to wake up in the morning and get ready ahead of your children and all that if you have children, or you just have to get up and get ready regardless. That's just things you do as a lady, right? Well, he's saying if the person is with you, you can do it together. Me? Oh my God. Single life is beautiful when you're enjoying it. Believe me. Your single season is your best season. It's not that you're single, but you are actually a wife in that season. When this man comes along, much should not change. You should already have a lifestyle. Some things you're going to have to adjust a bit. But this person, I'm not going to stay on the phone all day with you. And then when you're on the phone, you miss a phone call. They complain as if you're supposed to broke your neck, jump across the rooftop, slide on the floor so you can't answer it. I know I'm saying this, right? You know, you ever seen those times? I don't like that. If I feel like I have to be running to the phone and make sure I don't miss your call so you don't get upset and all that, you're not for me. I don't want that. I don't want immaturity. If you call me 3 times throughout the day and I don't answer, then you can talk to me about it with maturity. Okay? If I miss the call one time, don't call me. Oh, I can never get your call. I could never this. I can never that. I don't like that. And know the funny thing? I went out to throw something in the trash. I left my phone on the kitchen counter, and before I saw it was a 3 minute missed call. I came back and I called, and before I could even call, the person started complaining. I'm like, me not deal with this. That's childish with communication. If I call the person now, look at the difference, and then they don't answer, I just, and if I call again and they don't answer, I leave it alone. Why? Either the person missed the call, they don't see it, they don't have their phone, either the person is busy, or the phone is dead. I'm just gonna allow them time to call me back. That's how I do it. Like, why? You get what I'm saying? That's maturity. If I call you 3 times and it's like half the day you don't return my text, okay, then I'm gonna like, is something wrong or something like that. But you don't come with your foolishness. Oh, you didn't answer your phone. Oh, you're always busy. Oh, wait a minute, wait a second. I don't have time for that. You're damn right. God is my husband. Elohim is my husband. I don't want nobody to come stress my life. Believe me. Okay, I know what it is to live with somebody. I like, I need some, it has to be, my husband needs to be mature. And I know I'm gonna have to do some sacrificing, put my computer down and give attention. I know that, okay? But I'm saying when you're mature with the phone thing and your boundaries and stuff, then it should be okay. Why you think marriage, everybody wanna get married? You think marriage is easy? Marriage is a sacrifice. You have to sacrifice and do things you don't wanna do. I'd rather lay down in my bed and sleep. Your husband wanna make love. Okay. You're half asleep, but you gotta get up, right? Your husband asks you to make them something to eat. If I'm sleeping, you better not wake me up to do that. But I'm saying, be ready for what you're asking God for, okay? Again, this person have mentally had me exhausted. This person not even my man or my husband or nothing. Okay, I'm not, no sir. But anyway, I've been on this life so long. I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I was married that couple of days, and and the Holy Spirit. It's called maturity. Okay, but I get it. The person was immature some of the time. Yeah, right. It's like that. I can't even tend to my kids. Why I always put the children first and all that and all that. Okay, first of all, I'm not gonna not take care of my kid. Okay, so as a wife, that doesn't mean you stop being a mother, and as a mother, it doesn't mean you stop being a wife. It need balance, but he was whining too much. Okay, of course I'm gonna take. Of course I'm gonna take care of my children, and of course I'm gonna probably talk to you on the phone, and you're gonna hear them in the background. Oh well, okay, I understand that about boundaries and personal time. That's different, but he was extra with it, and I'm not doing that. He said, are you married to your children or your partner? That's what I'm saying. It depends. It's balance, right? If my children need help and I'm on the phone with you and it's an emergency, you think I'm not going to tell you to hold on, let me help my children? That's not mature for me to watch them struggle because you're on the phone and I can't move. I'm not doing that. Again, the person, okay, again, in some realm, the person, parenting realm, the person is very good. Mentally, he's still stuck in his past, right? The person was still stuck in their past. I'm just gonna say that. You cannot want to be in a marriage when you need time to heal, okay? So basically, what the last ex did to this person, he likes to remind. I don't want to hear about that. That's not, I'm not that person. Okay. Again, in certain areas, the person is very mature, taking care of. He did do some things that, okay, that's a man and all that. Okay. And then he's just immature in some way, mentally, conversation wise. You think he could just talk to you any way? Who you shouting at? Again, and I realized that, oh no, Queen-Esther, you put up with a lot of this nonsense. For what? I don't like people shouting at me. I don't like people. Don't talk to me immature, okay? I tell myself, never again. That's how I talk. No, you don't talk and you curse and curse. I don't like those certain things. If you're not a gentleman with your words and stuff, don't even bother with me, okay? Yeah. I miss my man. I don't care if he calls 3 or more times. See, if he was calling me with good, beautiful things, then that's a different story. You could call me all day, baby. But you're calling me with the same exhausting thing over and over and over. I don't want to deal with that. Listen, hidden gems, I know what you mean, okay? Like I'm saying, the person. Okay, first of all, this is what I'm gonna say. When you're coming into something new, you can talk about your past, yes, because, but you don't just throw everything. I mean, the person did say I come with a lot of package and baggages and all that. They did say that, but I had compassion on the person because of what happened. But there's certain things you can't change. He's calling me. He does says a few things to me here and there after he actually got me upset and all that. So that didn't do a thing to me. You did. Oh, you're nice and beautiful. Okay. And then they go back to the negativity. You wanna call my phone? I can talk to you on the phone all day, right? But what are we talking about? And are you mature to allow the phone, me to talk to you on the phone while I'm doing other things? The person likes undivided attention, and I don't know how long. Yeah. So when I'm talking about the phone, you heard the things that I was saying. That he wasn't really mature with the phone calls. He wanted me to be on the phone. It's the way he's making it like he might try bad me upset me if you talk to him on phone, and him no want a distraction never ever. Oh, sorry. And he's calling me with the same thing over and over, and he's like he's stuck in his past. The messages are okay. Hold on. Okay, if I show you, this person is psychologically abusive. And I saw the pattern. It's not like I was sitting in it. I'm just looking at it. The same message over and over. They try to make themselves look good. Oh, it's like the more I'm talking, I'm just realizing, like, what on earth, Queen-Esther? Again, I wasn't with this person or anything. It was just a potential open door, talking, and all the time they go back to the same thing about their ex, and they rob them and this and that. And at one point I was like, Lord, you need to deliver this person. He said, I come with a lot of baggage. I don't want to deal with nobody baggage. Okay. Who you want to contact you? The person I'm talking about. If you believe you receive, it's yours. Hidden gem. All right, so I'm gonna tell you the difference of with about this person versus somebody else that I once spoke to, and this is why I'm like, this person is not mature. And even when I knew that person, I wasn't even this mature. So imagine now. So the first thing I'm gonna tell you about communication. Communication is really key. Okay, if you can't communicate, you're terrible at communication. You're gonna have unnecessary arguments, quarrels, and emotional hurt. Okay. Oh, Chris. Okay. And what else? The other person I spoke to in the past, I remember one time I was upset at this person, not in a rude way, but the tone that I was responding in was like a little bit aggressive, and the person responded so compassionate, I had to apologize. That's maturity, okay? They didn't have that. So, him, I can't, I can't believe I even allowed this person to contact me that long. I'm like really, really thinking about it. Don't take up what you can't manage, okay? So the other person, I used to be like, why don't he? It's okay. So now having my own life and mature goals and stuff, I realized that this person was really mature with their life. They did talk to me all the time and stuff like that. But sometimes when I desired for them to talk to me, they were not available. Why? Because obviously they're running their business and stuff. I didn't really understand that then, but I understand that now. That's something that person did not understand. He thinks that I just don't do nothing, keep my mouth zipped, right? The other person was very mature. They was very elegant with their words. He can talk to me all day. He can text me all day. I'll fling my computer away and run to the phone. Oh my god. But in some way, I wasn't really mature for some of the conversation that the person wanted to have. Actually, I'm not gonna say it wasn't mature. There was boundaries that I had as a believer. I probably communicated my boundaries poorly, but maybe that time there was no grace for those type of conversation. Now, if God allowed me to have that, like I'm not talking about immature conversation, right? But more mature conversation, like how you hear me talk now. Yeah. So with that person, he wasn't perfect, but he was very mature. That was a that I give that person. I give him his flowers. Okay, this one, help. I'm gonna be much me. Never again. No access to Queen-Esther. Access denied. All right. Your Bethany, man. I'm like God. Okay, the person was so mature with me. I was like, God, are you telling me men like this actually exists? I mean, think about it. After talking to all these, well, I'm not gonna say all these. After hearing all arguments and immature words with other people you talked to before, and then this man come from out of nowhere, and he was so mature and polite, not perfect, but he was a gentleman, not in one ways, in a lot of ways. So I do give him his flowers for that. It was Elohim himself show up in that person. That's all I have to say. Okay. What? What? God said I idolized. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I didn't idolize the person. Um, well, I probably kind of did, but it wasn't intentional. So you can idolize something without realizing you're idolizing something. So, okay. So at that time, I was working, and then I wasn't really spending too much time with God anymore. Excuse me. You're not that evil, are you? So God tried to actually help me, but I never really understand what He was doing. And I was talking to the person in a way. I don't know. It was just how do I say? I guess you know when you get comfortable with something, you start treating it with contempt, but it wasn't really contempt, right? I was using strategy that was not even needed because I'm not trying to catch anybody, right? Please don't follow YouTube and ignore people text message and reply 5 hours later if the person is not like if you're not in. I mean, it depends. It depends on what it is. Okay, I was using the wrong strategy. I never really needed a strategy. I just needed to be more. I just needed to be mentally mature for this person in some way. But anyway, what else, Lord? You're lying. Oh my God. Hey, let me tell you, this is the craziest thing that happened in that time. This was probably 2 years ago, right? I was talking to the person, staying up at night, waiting for the person, and I felt like I heard the Lord say, don't talk to the person too late. Don't entertain his messages after 9 p.m. and all that. Yep, I was still responding. One day, I heard, I'm your man. And I'm like, which witchcraft demonic spirit is talking to me? Because this ain't God, right? And I literally heard, I'm jealous. I mean, I never know God in no fifth heaven being jealous and all these things. And I heard that God is a jealous God and all that. But I'm like, all right, this is witchcraft. Somebody, why am I getting. Okay, the part that made me think it's witchcraft was that I'm your man. I'm jealous of you, or oh, I'm jealous of you. That's what you said? That's what I heard, but I thought it was witchcraft. It wasn't. I'm sorry, Lord. I'm not laughing. It was scary, but now I realize it wasn't no demonic spirit. It was Elohim. Okay. What did it mean? Now I understand the part that I'm jealous of you. I get it. When I heard it, then I'm like, this don't make no sense. This is just the devil trying to interrupt this kingdom spouse thing. Okay. So that was, I definitely heard that, but I didn't really understand. Okay. But now I understand. Yeah, I'm jealous of you. I'm your, and I'm like, this is witchcraft, but it wasn't witchcraft. No. God, God does God close the door if you idolize something? I don't even know if God closed the door or what, but out of nowhere, one day the person started messaging me, disappear. So that's how that story ends. Okay, I'm hearing the Lord say if you idolize the money He's gonna give to you, He's gonna remove them. So you remove them? Yeah, He's saying you forgot who was your first love. Oh, and He's telling me this testimony too. I remember this lady who got married to a pastor, and she said she came on and testified and said, oh, she put him first and stopped spending time with God, and she just fell off the wagon with God. So you want to make sure you don't idolize these men or these marriages, okay? Lord say, how long have Queen Esther been making videos about marriage and she don't have a ring on her finger? Sad. Think about it. How long have I been making videos about marriages? Lord, where's my ring? Who? He's saying Queen Esther will get the man she truly desires. Who is that, Lord? The one that got away. If I come back here and testify about that, we gonna see. Okay? What? He's saying I can do anything that I want because I am he. What do you mean by I am he? You're saying I am everybody, including you. I can move anybody's heart to show up out of nowhere if you know my goodness. He's saying there's some new last name that's happening, and that's the miracle. A really miracle. I want to see this. And then just testing me, right? How long some of you are waiting, hearing this over and over, and not a thing to happen? Let's see the miracle, Elohim. Now we're going to say, Abba. Yeah, he's saying, okay, there's some realms with him you don't know, but he's just gonna do the thing, and he's gonna be like, do you know me, little girl? I heard the Lord say, no, tell them to go have a seat and don't try to figure it out. So I'm gonna mind my business, and let's see this testimony, people, okay? Lord, give us a timeline here. What about June? He's saying, I'm giving you the month of June for these suddenlies. Okay. If nothing happen in June, Lord, you know God. Elohim said June, so let's see. He said, tell them to don't forget to come and testify. So anything happen for you in June regarding these miracles that he's talking about, make sure you come back and testify. He's saying it's daddy time. If you have a dad, why can't he give you what you want? And then he's saying, how much time I give you what you want, and it's not the best thing. He said, don't ask me for a millionaire without other specific details. Okay, so make sure your details are specific. But anyway, I'm gonna just end this live now. That's been a very long, interesting live. If you missed the beginning of the live with the trading, so yeah, I'm gonna do some trading lessons. Okay, I think I'm a very good teacher with trading, thanks to Elohim. And one thing I must learn, the one thing I learned is to go in the market, take your profit, and get out. You don't need to sit down. I mean, you could swing trade, but yeah. Don't forget to book your session. You need some strategy, you need some lesson, go book your session. Go on my website, purchase your books, your journals. You can give on my website, give with the information below. Okay. Yeah, you should give to Queen Esther. Bless Queen Esther today. I have Cashapp, Zelle, and PayPal. What else? Aquila gone? All right, I don't know if it's the old information in this description box regarding giving, but I'm gonna drop it on I'm gonna change it after this live. All right. So have a beautiful day. Stay blessed. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Is there anything else, Lord? He's saying victory over what I've spoken to you today. Victory. He's saying Natasha. That's the word. What that mean? Look up the Hebrew meaning of Natasha. And we discuss that on the next live. All right? Have a beautiful day. Stay blessed.